Welcome to this look at some new mods on Farming Simulator 22, plus some information sharing regarding the first part of the Year 1 Season Pass with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday the 22nd of February and we've got some new mods. There are no updates today. How many mods have we got today? 5 mods to look at today. Starting off with the small liquid tank. This is by Dideck96, 1.49 megabytes each. 1.49 megabytes download, 2 slots each, and then once you've used them they disappear, slots come back. These are smaller IBCs, they're usually 2,000 litres, these are 1,000 litre ones. As you can see, liquid fertiliser, herbicide, the bond silage additive, and a diesel one as well. You can't pick them up by hand, they're too heavy, but nicely detailed. We'll find them under pallets. And here we are. So the liquid fertiliser for 1,000 litres is 1,600. The herbicide for 1,000 litres is 1,200. The bond silage additive is 24,300 for 1,000 litres. Now that's based off of an extrapolation from the fact that the standard in-game is 2,990 for 60 litres. But there are alternatives. There is a modded one there, the silage additive drum, which is only 500 for 50 litres. Just saying, there are knockoff versions available off the back of a lorry. But that's what the price is. However you want to go about it, that's, if you want to get that one, 24,300. Then the diesel tank is at 4,250. There's not much else to say about those, really. They're IBCs, you pick them up, load them onto your trailers or whatever. Being smaller, you can put them into pickups and things a bit easier, maybe. If you wanted different amounts of something, 2,000 litres might be too much sometimes. I don't know, 1,000 litres, that's what they are. The small liquid tank by Dideck96. Moving on from there, we've got these. The big bag and support package by Farm Centro, Sul, 3.58 megabytes download. 2 slots each for the big bags, and 3 slots for the winch lifter. I'm trying to think. These you'll find under big bags. Be wary. I was doing some mathematics on this one. The seed bag is £3,000 for 1,500 litres. That's a bit pricey, because if we go to our regular seed bag there, which is 1,000, that's 800. If you half that's 400. Combine those two together, 1,200 for 1,500 litres. So you're paying double to get 3,000. To get 1,500 litres, you're paying double what you would pay if you got the standard in-game one. So that's price is off a bit, I think, on that one. The fertiliser bag, however, seems to be the other way. 1,500 litres for 2,100. If we go back to our fertiliser bag, which is on the start there, 1,820 for 1,000 litres. Well, half of 1,820 is 910. Add that on, that's 2,000, what's that, 2,730? So yeah, it works out cheaper getting the fertiliser. So more expensive for the big bag of seed, cheaper to get the fertiliser bag from there than it is to get the standard in-game one. So yeah, bit of both going on there. And then if we go to our tools, and this is under front loader tools, that's where you'll initially find it. The John Deere big bag winch BH1112G, £8,000. Slot count on that was 3, it comes down to 1. Options on this, we can have various different attachers, so it can be a front loader vehicle or a front loader, telescopic loader, telehandler, wheel loader, or back to front loader, and we can change the main colour to anything on those pallets to mix and match with whatever vehicle you might be using, or leave it green. It's entirely up to you. But this is very handy too, because it will pick up the bags. It has got the cross brace on the top already. And you can come at this from an angle, you can come with it square on, however you want to go about it, it's up to you. And then we'll come up with attach. I can attach my bag, tilt that back a little bit, off we go to fill up whatever we're going to fill up. When we get to where we're going, hold it over, and away we go. All very lovely, that's how it works, brilliant. But it does also have a strap. So for something like regular pallets, or like the bond silage, or any of these pallets that we've just looked at, if we go over to these, and I try and get over there, stop it rocking, and then do that, we've got straps. So you can pick up pallets, IBCs, all sorts of stuff as well, which makes it a very versatile tool, that, for front loaders. I like that. So yeah, it's not part of the pack that comes with these IBCs, but it does work with them, having the straps on that. Now I dare say people will now go off and, or they'll probably ask in the comments, does it work on this, does it work on that, does it, I mean, there are hundreds of things you could try it on. Does it work on logs, does it work, I mean there are so many things it might work on, but it does give it a bit more versatility than just being able to pick up the bags that come in the pack. But yeah, not bad at all. The big bag and support package by Farm Centro Sol. Next, we've got this, or these, the Strautman Magnon pack by Bayern-Agrar. This is 51.87 megabytes download for the pack. There are 3 loading wagons, forage wagons. You've got the pickup here for picking up your swaths of grass or straw or hay, whatever it is you've got on the floor that you want picking up. Very nicely detailed. The standard in-game one is the Magnon 530DO, which is also part of this pack. In this pack there's the 430DO, the 470DO and the 530DO. 40,000 litres, 44,000 litres and 50,000 litres of the capacities. 12 slots each for the first one of any of them. The only thing I will say, I mean, apart from the fact obviously the pack has the 2 smaller ones, it does also have the one we've got in game. The only difference between the one we've got in game is the fact there's a cover inside for, you'll see what I mean in a minute, but the rest of it is pretty much the same as the standard in-game version, with the number plate option available as well. I've just blocked that one out, but yeah. This you'll find under forage wagons. So as I said, the standard in-game one is there, the CFS 530DO, 132,500, 12 slots. So if we go to the very end there, exactly the same price, same slot count, same capacity, everything the same. If I click on it, the options on all 3 in this pack are exactly the same. This is a triple axle, the other 2 are double axles. This obviously is the large one, 50,000 litres. We can have Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, or back to Michelin. Under Michelin, we've got standard and wides. Under BKT, just comes like that. Under Vredestein, standard and wide. Then we've got rotor cover. So inside, where you've got the rotor at the front for the pickup, if you just about see that right at the front there, if we put rotor cover on, it just covers those up. It stops small children and things like that falling in, you know, going through the rotors. So we've got rotor covers, cover, yes or no, and then silage additive tank at the front. So if you want to run the silage additive, gives you an increase of 5% on whatever you're picking up, if you want to go down that route. And then there's license plate option 2. So like I say, as far as it goes different to the standard one, it's only really the rotor cover that's different. And then we've got the 44,000 litre one and the 40,000 litre one there. Options are the same on all 3. I think I went for the 44,000 litre, pretty sure I did. Hop in, start it up. So cover open, like that. You see the rotor covers down in there. We turn it on. You pick up and down. Unloading. And it works pretty much like a forage wagon, a loading wagon should. Nice bit of kit. The Strautman Magnon pack by Bayern-Agrar. Next, we have got the, actually we're going to go to this first, so then we can look at that. We've got this. I do like these. We had this from PeterJ on FS19. This is the Lizard 118440 by PeterJ. It's 11.56 megabytes download, 15 slots on console. It is the County 118440. Obviously, we can't have the brand name County on here. Just thought I'd throw some facts in there. County Commercial Vehicles was established way back, and it was Ernest and Percy Tapp were converting Ford trucks over to, was it a 4x2 to a 6x4? Anyway, they were converting Ford trucks. In 1948, they did their first tractor conversion, and it was putting a track unit onto, was it a Fordson Major? It was an older tractor, anyway. They continued to do that, converting Ford tractors over to either four-wheel drive or, you know, they just did conversions of full tractors pretty much. The company went bust. Did they come back for a while? I'm trying to think. Was it in the 80s? They had financial problems. Anyway, all of that being said, this, I think, the 118440 was based on the Ford 8340, I think, was the conversion tractor. There you go, bit of extra information thrown in. This you'll find under small, I'm looking at the wrong thing, under small tractors. There we go, one in, 89 grand for the base model. We've got the option of Continental, BKT, Vredestein, Michelin, Trelleborg, or Nokians, Mitas, and Olisfors. Under Continental, we have got standard. We've got twins, which looks pretty cool on there, back to standard. On BKT, just comes standard like that. On the Vredestein, we've got standard wides, back to standard. The Michelins, we've got standard or wheel weights, all back to standard. Each one of these brings something different. Under Trelleborg, we've got standard, wides, back to standard. Nokians just come like that. Again, I love that tread. I know I say it every time, but I love that tread pattern. And on the Mitas, we've got, which is what I went for, the big flotation tyres. The turning circle on it isn't great. It hasn't got a very tight turning circle. I think it was the same on 19 as well. I used it on Spectacle Island, I think. And then the Olisfors, we've got the Pro Grip U's for those more icy conditions or forestry or whatever you want to use them for. Then we have got the option of fenders configuration standard or extensions on the rear fenders. Attachers on the front, we've got standard, we've got a front weight or we've got a front linkage. Design colour changes the colour of the front linkage. So if you want it to stand out or blend in like that, you absolutely can. And then we've got the license plate option as well. That's the one I went with county on because it is, isn't it? It's county. So let's hop in, start it up. Sounds great. Beacons, horn, lights, indicators. Interior, nicely detailed. I love exposed tyres like that. Just when you're driving along. Don't know what it is about it. They look great. This does have an opening rear window, L1 and X, but there's no other doors in front of that open. She's a beaut. Very nice indeed, that. That's the Lizard 118440 by PeterJ, which brings us on to the last of the mods for today, and I'll use this for showing that. And it's the, I'm never quite sure, whether it's the Faresin or Faresin, I can't remember if it's French or not, the PF 1.13. It's 2.01 megabytes download, 4 slots on console, and it's by Proxim. And it's a feed mixer, a trailed feed mixer, not self-propelled. 13,000 litres is what it is. So it's a little bit of a smaller concern. I do my mixes, I've said this before, I break it down into kind of quarters. So I kind of took it roughly about 12,000, although it's 13,000. But don't worry about that. So I do a quarter straw, quarter silage, and then 2 quarters hay. So it works out around 3,000 or just over 3,000 litres of straw, 3,000 litres of silage, 6,000 litres of hay, and you'll get a nice top mix ration mix into that. Doing that from silos or the by anything points is tricky because the flow rates can be quite fast. The way I went about it was doing it loose with a bucket. If you get a bucket around 3,000 litres, you can get it to work really nicely. Bales, if you've got the small balers and you've got the smaller bales you can throw in and you can get the mixes a little bit more accurate. The larger bales are much harder to do on something with a small capacity. Trying to get the mixes just right can be a little bit trickier. This you'll find under tools and animals. Right on the end there, 30 grand, 60 horsepower required to run it. There are no options, you get it just like that. There's a number plate option, but other than that, there's no other options on it. If we jump in to the tractor and then we open up that menu, you'll see then we've got our mix already in there. Everything's in the green. I haven't put any minerals. I don't often do the mineral stuff. You can put it in there if you want to. But we do have the option of tip side left or tip side right for unloading. If we unload, once it's full, L1, R1 and triangle. I'll do tip side right. You can turn on the mixer wagon. You can just about see the thing working away there. If you want to simulate the mixing of it, you don't need to. It kind of automatically makes itself mix ration if you get to that point. But what we can do is unload some more so we can see that going round. And there we go. That's it. Again, not much else to say about that. That was much easier again today, wasn't it? Whew, I think Giants cleared the decks with their mods last week. That's it for the mods for today. There was an announcement. Oh yeah, I've just remembered the announcement. Was I going to do a separate video on this? I wasn't sure if I was or not. I'll talk about it now anyway, but today Giants announced the Antonio Carraro Pack coming soon to Farming Simulator 22. Antonio Carraro make equipment and machinery for grapes, olives and grassland work, small tractors, small machinery, tight turning circles, that kind of thing. This will be released on March the 22nd, and it is the first part of the season pass drop. So March 22nd, 2022, we're going to get the first part, and it will be the Antonio Carraro Pack, and it will be featuring Mach 4R, Mach 2R, Supertigre 635, TTR 7600 Infinity, TGF 10.9. What all those things are, I'm not sure yet. There was only 4 pictures, and 2 of them were the same piece of machinery, or 3 of them were. The TGF 10,900, the Tony 10,900 SR, the Tony 10,900 TR, the Tony 10,900 TTR, the TTR 4400, and the Tigrecar 3200. Anyway, so yeah, they'll be coming out on the 22nd of March as part of the season pass. If you've got the season pass, it will be free. If you haven't got the season pass, then you'll have to buy the season pass to get it. I don't think they're going to be selling it as a separate pack. I think you would have to get the season pass to have it. I'm pretty sure that's what you would have to do. It does say pre-order now. So there we go. That's it for the mods for today. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.